Okay, so I'm gonna talk about how if you somebody that come off like you got all the sense in the world, people is more likely to not show you who they really is. They kind of kick back and just watch you per se. Now, when you somebody who act like you play dumb, it's safe to say that if you somebody that play dumb, then people is more prone to express themselves, and you gonna see the real deal of who they is. Cause when people, you really see a person for who they is when they feel like you unimportant, or they feel like you somebody who they might not never need. Then they gonna show you what it really is. Like, but anyway, yeah, I just want to say that, like, definitely, uh, every time I show up, it's pretty much on the humble tip, and it's just so I can, cause it's really not no benefit for me to just show up and talk about people like I got this, I got that. Like, why would I care? Like, I don't care about making no friends like that. So I don't care about proving to somebody just so I can get their approval. Like, why would I care about telling them I got this and this and this and that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Because if anything, I probably, keep my distance to some degree. I don't mind meeting new friends and stuff, but in the reality of it, when you really realize what's going on, I guess I could say, awaken, to the spirits behind people and how people get attached and become clingy, whatever. You kind of really, you just be kind of hesitant on making friends, And me, myself, being what I consider a real friend, I really go out my way for people, which could become like a little, I don't want to say a burden, but it can become more of a job, Because I naturally love people. So, of course, I get involved in their life. I'm going to want to help them and stuff. So, but, yeah, so it ain't really no benefit in me putting on a show, flossing, or talking about I got this and that, telling them about all the knowledge and all this and that. Why would I do that? Because now they just going to lay low. They going to become humble, and they going to kick back, and they going to watch me perform and put on the show, And I don't even really know their intentions. Do they love me? Or they just like what I got to give? So every time I get a chance, when I show up somewhere, I always show up on the humble tip. I try to show up on the humble tip because I know if I show up just humble, like I don't got nothing to give people is more prone to show you who they really is or how they feel about somebody that show up like you, somebody who they feel they better than, or they don't need. Like, okay, he don't got nothing to offer. Now almost, they'll show you how they feel about a person like that. So, and it's such a great thing, like you can get to a place where you start feeling like you're useless, and you can get to a place where you be like, well, dang, everybody want to use me, or I don't really got nothing to offer. I done been through, me personally, I done been through certain stages like that where I was like, well, dang, I'm just being used, but I didn't become bitter, and I thank the Most High because, well, I definitely thank him, but I knew in the back of my head, even though when I was going through all kind of crazy stuff, I knew that he was going to make a way. I knew that it's just a matter of time before he, cut on the light, make all this stuff known to me. And I held on. And that say a lot about a lot of people too, how for them not to, anyway, I don't want to get into that, but basically it was saying like people just don't believe the Most High. They don't believe he really gonna come through, or he who he say he is, or he got that power. But because when I think back, it's like I even though I was going through a lot of crazy stuff and was feeling like, well, dang, like what I was just saying, like, dang, it's people just using me. What am I here for, But like I say, in the back of my head, I always believed that he was gonna make a way. It was mostly like, man, when is it gonna happen? Like, I'd have been through so much. Like, hey, what else I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? Like, please, just, man, what else I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? But I held on, even though I was going through all the craziness, and boom, And now I can look back and be like, man, you know, it's like, I, it's just such a great thing to be able to be in a place where a lot of my fear is just not here no more, because I understand now, because I see that it's like a bluff. It's like, you know, people or the world will react a certain way to you just to try to hold you down, just to keep you down, you know, because it's a projection of how they really feel about themselves. And when I finally realized that, a lot of stuff started making so much sense. Now I don't care about showing up humble every time. Matter of fact, I make it my duty, because like I say, I don't have to please nobody. Excuse me. I don't have to please nobody. I ain't trying to make no new friends. I feel like I done found what I've been looking for my whole life. And that's like a real love that comes from the Most High. And with that, I really don't got nothing to complain about. You know, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was riding. I was coming back home because I've been out of town. And I was feeling so good. And I was like, man, I would be crazy to complain about anything, because what I've been looking for my whole life, it's like the Lord He didn't open my eyes finally. Well, I ain't gonna say like finally, but I can see now. You know, I see what's going on, and it's so much of a I don't know. It's like I don't want to say like it's so much of a burden, like they've been lifted. You know, it's like when He say, "Take my burden, because it's light," or something like that. You know. Basically, it's a point of view. I'm sorry, it's a perspective. It's all about a perspective of how you see things. Like I say, you can have three different people with the same situation, and they could have three different outcomes, or three different ways they look at their bad situation. But anyway, like I say, I don't want to lose my point. I show up on the humble tip because I have nothing to prove to nobody. You know, I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. I know I got what I got. Like they say, you know, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that I ain't rich or nothing. I still got a lot of bills to pay. But I realize a lot of this stuff, it's gonna be easy for me to obtain now, because the way I view life, the way I see stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a different person now, you know? So, but anyway, I don't want to lose this point. I want to say this. So, I don't have to express myself, because I'm not trying to prove a point to nobody, you know? I'm not trying to get no new friends. So, it ain't nothing for me to show up on the humble tip every time and just see for what it is, and let people express themselves and show or respond to somebody who they feel don't got nothing to offer. And it's fine if they look the other way, or look over me, or look at me like I'm not nothing. I don't care about that, because I already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know? And so I'd rather know the truth and know the truth and not really, let me see how to say this. I'd rather know the truth about a matter than put on a show and not really know the truth just for what somebody thinking I'm this high status person, you know. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway. But yeah, so, you know, that's what it is, you know. It's like I'm just, you know, I just show up on the humble tip. People gonna show you, if you show up on the humble tip, people gonna show you what it is. They gonna show you how they feel about somebody who don't got nothing to offer them, and you're gonna see their real character. But if you show up like you already this big shot, people, it might be harder for you. It's gonna be. It ain't gonna be as easy for you to see who they really is or how they really feel about you. Because like I say, when you up, man, some people, it's unlimited to the butts they'll kiss if they think they need you. No dignity for some of these people. They'll kiss anybody but if they feel like it'll benefit them. But they also gonna show you what it is if they feel like they don't need somebody like you. And like I say, I'd rather know the truth. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so, you know, that's what it is. Yeah, anyway, But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I always stay on the humble tip, you know, try to, that's my thing, so I can get to see the real truth about a person, you know. And I also wanted to add this, I don't know if I had did a video earlier, but then I was doing a lot of rambling. I don't know if it might try to put it together. But anyway, yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to learn the psychic about people, like the reason and why they do some of the stuff they do, you know. And it's just really a beautiful thing to be able to see so much in this hour and the reasons behind people do stuff. And you know, and a lot of that come down to people, you know, people just trying to fit in, you know. And it's sad that, you know, the things people do just to try to fit in, you know. But anyway, yeah, so all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right.